Hi, it's David, and today we're going to talk about getting into a company that has long lines of people that want the job you want. This is another way in. I've spent most of my life living in Los Angeles, so of course we have the entertainment industry here, and I cannot count the number of people that have come to me for suggestions of how to sail into a company and get a job. When you meet with a company that is very popular, every area of the country has organizations with long lines of people waiting to get a job. In New York, we have Goldman Sachs. In Silicon Valley, we have Google and Apple and all these companies where a lot of people want to work. When you go in to have an interview, what you want to do is towards the end of the interview, tell them, I am very enthused about working here, so I'm also open to taking a temporary position with the company until we settle out whether I have this job or not. What service do you use and who do you work with? And if you haven't had an interview at the organization, simply reach someone in human resources or through our social networking process to find someone who can tell you. And then you're going to ask, what's the company that I should apply to and who manages your account? So you hang up the phone and your next call is Donna at Applesauce Employment. And you tell Donna, Georgia over at Sony Pictures just gave me your name and suggested that I come in to sign up for work at their company. You have already reached the front of the line because you have a valued client making that request. You're walking in the door, you're not standing at the back of the line waiting to get into the temporary help service, and you also have some direction in that person sending you out for assignments with the film company or with Apple or with Goldman Sachs. This is an industry in Los Angeles of understudies. And so one thing that you can always find is they will give the job to someone that they know and like first, rather than pursuing an entirely new person where they don't have that person's background, they don't have their behavior, they don't know how well that person's going to fit in. So I've seen dozens of people followed my advice and end up with remarkable film careers.
Oh, one thing I almost forgot.
One other thing. When you meet with a temporary staffing company, you are not there to fill the expectations of their client. You're there to fulfill their expectations. So here are some messages that you want to weave into the conversation. You are reliable. When you take an assignment, you're always going to show up. And you're going to be flexible with them. What that means is you might go on an assignment that is scheduled for 30 days or 40 days, and 3 days into it, whatever they needed has changed, and so you go home. But something also important is that temporary staffing companies tend to be judged by the quality of the people that they send. So you could be a fantastic temporary staffing executive, but if they send people who don't work out, eventually they're going to let go of that firm. So I would suggest, and then follow up with actual behavior, that you will always make them look good, and you'll always be an ambassador for the temporary staffing company. And that also will move you towards the front of the line when they have a particularly important assignment for you. I didn't like the last little tail piece of that. Should I start at the beginning of the
The part that
Okay. Okay, good. You want to let people know that you are an ambassador for the staffing company and that you will always make them look good and you'll behave in ways that really make you a brand ambassador for them. That will make you so much more attractive when it's time to call.